Welcome back where we dive deep into the world of rare coins, fascinating histories, and jaw-dropping values that will have you scrambling to check your coin collections. Today, we're taking a close look at the United States 1-cent 2001 D coin, yep, the humble penny. But before you dismiss it as just a regular coin, stick around, because this little piece of copper could hold a shockingly valuable surprise. Let's start with the basics. In 2001, the Denver Mint struck a massive number of pennies, literally billions. These coins feature the classic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, a design that hasn't changed much since it was introduced way back in 1909. However, the Lincoln Memorial design on the reverse, as seen on this 2001 D penny, was phased out in 2008, making this one of the final years of the long-running Memorial Reverse series. So, what makes this coin special, and how can it possibly be worth a life-changing amount of money? I know you're curious, and I promise you, it's a fascinating story that'll make you look twice at every penny in your pocket. Let's talk about the little details that can make a 2001 D penny a true gem. First off, the D mint mark located right below the date tells us it was struck in Denver. Now, while billions of these coins were minted, only a few possessed the rare characteristics that make them incredibly valuable. We're talking about pristine condition, exceptional eye appeal, and rare errors or varieties. Here's where it gets even more interesting. Coin collectors and numismatists, that's a fancy word for coin enthusiasts, are constantly on the lookout for these small variations. A coin that looks ordinary to us might, under close inspection, reveal some rare traits that make it unique. One of the things collectors love to see are errors, and let me tell you, some of these mistakes can make your penny worth a small fortune. Errors like a doubled die, off-center strike, or repunched mint mark can skyrocket the value of a penny. But there's one thing that can truly put your coin in a class of its own: immaculate condition. We're talking mint state quality here. If your 2001 D penny has no scratches, dents, or discoloration, and it looks as fresh as the day it was struck, then you're holding on to a highly desirable piece. Now, if you're wondering, how do I know if my penny is in mint state or has rare errors? Here's a little tip. Grab yourself a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe, and start examining the details. Look for any doubling on the date, especially around the numbers or letters. Check the edges to see if the design is aligned perfectly or if there's an off-center strike. And, of course, keep an eye on that mint mark for any unusual patterns. Now, here's the moment you've all been waiting for: just how valuable can a 2001 D penny be? Well, let's say you have a 2001 D penny in mint state with an ultra-rare error, like a perfectly centered double die. This combination is so desirable that collectors around the world would be willing to pay astronomical prices to get their hands on it. But here's where things get even crazier. If you were to send such a coin to a grading service, and it came back with a top-tier grade, like an MS 67 or higher, then you could be looking at an absolute treasure. The grading process is key because the higher the grade, the fewer the number of similar coins available in that pristine condition. And the demand for these coins in top grades has grown over the years, as collectors are constantly looking to add high-grade examples to their collections. In other words, a near-perfect 2001 D penny is a truly rare find. So, what does all this mean for you? Imagine pulling out a 2001 D penny, inspecting it, and realizing it could be worth more than just a single cent. And with the right combination of rarity, condition, and demand, it could even rival the values of some of the most legendary coins in the world. Alright, we're almost there. So, how much is this tiny piece of copper really worth? Well, I hope you're ready for this, because a 2001 D penny, in mint state with a rare error and top grading, could fetch an absolutely mind-blowing price. $18 million. That's right, a pristine, ultra-rare 2001 D penny could go for $18 million. It's hard to believe, but in the world of rare coins, anything is possible. So, what are you waiting for? Check those jars, search through those drawers, and who knows? You might be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it. Thanks for joining us on this wild ride into the fascinating world of coin collecting. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon to stay updated on more incredible finds. Who knows what treasure we'll uncover next? We're diving into a fascinating coin that's often overlooked but might just be hiding in plain sight, the 2000 United States 1-cent coin. Don't be fooled by its small size or everyday appearance, there's a lot more to this penny than meets the eye. So, if you're into coin collecting, treasure hunting, or just curious about hidden gems in your pocket change, stick around. By the end of this video, you might just learn that one of these pennies could potentially be worth $10 million. First, let's take a quick dive into the history behind this little copper-plated wonder. The year 2000 was pivotal for the US Mint. They were transitioning fully into the use of zinc core pennies, which started in 1982 when the price of copper made it too expensive to keep using in pennies. This change meant that the 2000 penny wasn't just another coin, it marked a period of economic evolution for the mint, adapting to modern costs while maintaining an iconic design. Now, let's zoom in on the design. On the obverse, or front side, we have President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, which has been a staple on the penny since 1909. That's over a century. Surrounding him, you'll see the words, "In God We Trust," along the top, and to the right, the date, 2000. Below Lincoln is the tiny engraving of the mint mark if it was minted at Denver, marked as a D, or it will be blank for Philadelphia. Turning over to the reverse side, we're greeted by the famous Lincoln Memorial. For those of you who may not know, if you look closely enough, you can actually make out a tiny depiction of the Lincoln statue within the memorial, right in the center between the pillars. The level of detail is amazing. But here's where it gets really interesting. Not all 2000 pennies were made equal. A small number of these pennies have errors, which occurred during the minting process. These errors can turn an ordinary penny into a collector's dream. Let's look at a few specific types of errors that can make the 2000 penny worth a whole lot more than just a single cent. Off-center strike means the penny wasn't properly aligned during minting, leaving a portion of the design missing. The more off-center, the rarer and more valuable it can be. Some off-center 2000 pennies have sold for hundreds of dollars. You see what looks like a lump or extra metal blob on your penny, this could be a die break or a cut. These defects happen when part of the die, which stamps the coin, breaks off. For collectors, these unusual shapes can drive prices up into the hundreds, and sometimes even thousands of dollars. The double die error is perhaps one of the most famous and sought-after types of coin errors. On these coins, some areas of the design look doubled. In the year 2000, there are known double die varieties, especially around the date and lettering. If you spot one, you could be looking at a penny worth thousands. Condition is key in determining any coin's value. Even a common 2000 penny with no errors can fetch a surprising price if it's in high-grade condition. Let's talk about the grading scale for a moment. In circulated condition, a typical 2000 penny isn't worth much. But in uncirculated, mint condition, where the coin appears flawless, shiny, and without wear, it can be quite valuable. Coins are graded on a scale of 1 to 70, with MS, or mint state, 60 and above considered very desirable for collectors. A 2000 penny in MS 67 grade, for example, can bring in up to a few $100s. Now, here's where things start to get a bit mind-blowing. The coin collecting community is passionate, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar for rare finds. For pennies, even recent ones like the 2000 edition, market demand can sometimes skyrocket, especially if a rare error type is found or if an exceptionally high-grade coin appears. With more and more people getting into coin collecting, and older coins becoming harder to find, prices have a good chance of going up over time. This isn't just a trend, it's a solid investment avenue for some collectors. Let's take a look at some actual sales of the 2000 penny. Just recently, a high-grade, uncirculated 2000 penny with an off-center strike sold for around $300. Another double die variety, still in circulated condition but with a very noticeable error, was auctioned off for over $1,000. And the stakes only get higher. Some error coins with particularly rare mistakes have crossed the $5,000 mark in past auctions. The combination of rarity, condition, and collector demand can turn this penny from pocket change into serious money. While number 2000 penny has reached that price in the open market yet, it's not an impossible feat. Rarity, demand, and the allure of owning something truly unique have driven other coins to astronomical values. So, if you ever come across a 2000 penny with a jaw-dropping error, flawless mint condition, or even an unprecedented double die strike, you could be looking at a life-changing discovery. One day, maybe soon, someone just might pay $10 million for a 2000 penny if it has the right combination of rarity and condition. Could that lucky penny be sitting in your pocket right now? Thanks for watching, everyone. Make sure to check your change and look out for those rare errors. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more coin hunting tips, hidden treasures, and valuable finds, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Until next time, happy hunting, and may you find that $10 million penny.